Welcome to this bonus episode of Work the Left Side. I was recently asked to talk to Al Snow and Doug Basham to promote the upcoming release of Wrestlers on Netflix. So, yep, this is the chat. It was an absolute blast, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Obviously, both guys are, legends in their field, and yeah, absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. And obviously, be sure to go watch Wrestlers when it drops on the 30th of September on Netflix. If you haven't already, head over to YouTube, watch the trailer. The show looks awesome, and its production is awesome on it. Greg Whiteley, the guy who is involved, has done a few things previously, very, very good. Cheer was hugely received and thoroughly loved by millions of people. So Wrestlers is gonna be very high pedigree, high caliber, and yeah, just go watch the trailer now if you haven't already. If you have watched the trailer, watch it again, before the series starts. And it's the 30th next Wednesday, so be sure next Wednesday, add it to your watch list, binge it, watch it, enjoy it, love it, and enjoy this chat. Thank you very much.
So welcome to this bonus episode of Work the Left Side. I'm still mind blown by this fact, but I am joined by the awesomeness that is Al Snow and Mr. Doug Basham. And we are here to talk about the upcoming Netflix series Wrestlers. Gentlemen, thank you so much for talking to me and taking this time.
Well, thank you for having us on and giving us the time to speak and reach your audience.
Yeah, thank you much, man.
No, it's generally my pleasure. So obviously, yeah, we've got the big series coming onto Netflix. Wrestlers. Any wrestling fan worth their salt knows OVW. It's a very established place with a long history to it. How did it come about? What was the purpose behind this? Was it just to get eyes? Obviously, any exposure is good exposure. But yeah, did somebody approach you and say we want to do a series about you guys?
No, it was honestly, it was a kind of a 1 in a million type of situation. One of the co-owners, Craig Greenberg, apparently he and his wife had went to school with an executive with BBC America, and they got to talking. This executive had come into town for a wedding or something, I believe, and they got to talking, and then literally, one thing led to another, and another co-owner, Matt Jones, got involved, and the ball just started rolling, and before we knew it, BBC America had sent some people here to film a teaser tape to kind of pitch to see about getting the show produced, and that went well. And then they came back again and filmed again, and now they were trying to pitch it to Netflix, and Netflix agreed, and that was a process in itself, but Netflix agreed, and Greg Whiteley, who is an incredibly, amazingly talented director and producer. He did Last Chance U, and he did Cheer, and he signed on because he's got an agreement with Netflix, and he signed on and agreed to come here and with the production company, and they were here from the end of May until the end of August, and basically, we're around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And, and I can't emphasize enough that this isn't a reality show. It's not, it's not scripted in any way. It is a actual docuseries, and gives an insight to, the lives and the challenges of all the wrestlers here in OVW, and the challenges that we all face, running a wrestling promotion.
Definitely, I'm definitely getting my comparison is it very much reminds me of Beyond the Mat. that kind of.
No. I wouldn't say that. It's not a you know, it just it's. I really believe it will. If you're a wrestling fan, it'll give you just even more of an increased respect and love for the wrestling business and for the wrestlers. I really believe that. And if you're not a wrestling fan, I think that it's done so well and done such a way that it will create an interest and potentially help to expand that audience beyond just wrestling fans to the non-wrestling fans as well.
I would agree with that. My other half is not a wrestling fan. I showed her the trailer, and she's thoroughly looking forward to watching it when it starts. So yeah, I would second that opinion. Doug, how did you find the whole experience?
Well, it was a different experience for me because I've never been a part of a project like that. Whereas Al, he'd had a few projects with Tough Enough and done a few other things, so he kind of knew what to expect and how to navigate it. But it was interesting. It was a little different than, for me, it was a little different than the wrestling show itself. Because here you had a camera in your face. In wrestling, you find a camera, and here with this, you had a camera in your face 24/7. You turn around, it's right there. So it took a little getting used to, but it was a good experience, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously, yeah. Okay, so I was off with the Beyond the Mat comparison then, but I can definitely say it's not another Tough Enough. It's not another TNA training camp kind of situation. It is a hard look at everybody involved, and just the real life dramas of what you guys go through.
Yes, it's very realistic. It's a very realistic look, and it definitely will shine a light on. There's tons of drama that go on here all the time, and we all have our struggles, and we all have our challenges, but somehow. And I say it every week. I just turn and look at everybody, and I'm like, I don't know how we did it, but we did it. We made TV again for another week. So, it's. I'm really proud of what we do here and what we've accomplished and how much we've grown and all the talent and the staff and and I'm really happy that the world's going to get to take a look at it too as well. Even with its warts and its scars and its its ugly places. It's still, I'm still proud of the fact that the world gets to take a look.
The beauty. Yeah, I mean, as it sort of obviously the trailer highlights. They talk about the summertime. And reading up on the synopsis of it, it's all sort of very much like it's the summer of OVW. You're pushing to to get to that next level, to just, like I say, keep making TV and keep the doors open.
Yes. I mean, that's a non-stop, never-ending challenge. With running a wrestling company. I mean, you're just constantly, the number one rule in wrestling's literally take shit and make shoe polish. And let me tell you something, nobody does it quite like we do here in OVW. We take the least and we always make the absolute most out of everything and every opportunity we get.
I think, was it the East, what they used to say about ECW back in the day, was very good at heightening the strengths and very good at hiding the weaknesses, kind of thing. So they emphasize the strength and you manage to sort of cover the weaknesses.
Yes, and that applies not only in the ring and with the talent, but Doug can attest. I'm sure that applies to everything we do here. From operating the company all the way to putting on the show and having events play out in the matches and everything. We always take the least and make the most.
What's the saying? Making chicken salad out of shit. I believe I've read.
Yeah.
Obviously, you mentioned BBC America. That's obviously makes me smile because obviously it's a British broadcasting company. So it's nice to know that, even miles away on these shores, we've got an interest in what you guys are doing over there. I think England has always taken wrestling to its heart. I believe English wrestling fans are, some of the best, and we just love good wrestling. And I think the series will do really well on Netflix over here as well as over there for that reason.
I agree. England has a very long and great history with professional wrestling. World of Sport at one time in the UK was like the #1 rated show for literally years on TV there in the UK, and nothing could beat it. So, every Saturday, everybody plopped down in front of the TV set and watched World of Sport. Everyone, like it was a religion. So I think, that, and you're right. I mean, English fans, every time I've been to England, I've loved it. And the fans are always amazing. It's an incredible experience to get to perform in front of the English fans. And, I think they're going to love it. I really do. Like I said, I think that they're really going to get some insight and get an opportunity to really see basically what it takes to be a wrestler, what it takes to run a company, what it takes to put on an event, what it takes to produce TV, direct it. We're the only company outside of WWE and AEW, I think, that we do a live weekly television show. There's no place else that does that. And I think Doug again will attest that it's always an adventure and a challenge every Thursday night. Am I not right, Doug?
That is correct. And when we had some of those challenges come up while they were actually filming, so it'll be so everybody will get a chance to see Al work, how Al works under pressure, and how he does not crack. And then also, I'm excited. Well, maybe it cracks a joke every now and then, but I'm also excited to see that the rest of the world get to see that we have some talented individuals right here in OVW, and they're all not in an OVW or in a WWE or AEW, and excited for these kids to get this platform to showcase themselves.
And that must have been a massive morale boost because obviously, like you say, the show's not just airing in America, it's airing worldwide. Everybody in there in the ring, staff, must have popped huge for that kind of exposure and just a level of excitement.
Oh, certainly, yeah. The show has been translated, from last I heard, into 42 or 43 different languages. So it's going to be seen all over the United States, of course, but then literally all over the world too, as well.
That's awesome. How did that affect the day-to-day stuff, though? Did it put? I would presume it put more pressure on you guys because obviously you're trying to run the business. But obviously, did you kind of forget they were there after a while? Did it just become second nature, or did it just add pressure to your daily tasks?
Well, I can't speak for Doug, but I made it clear to everyone that I wasn't going to do or be or act any differently because we have responsibilities to run the company, and I would try to help and do what I could as far as the documentary, but the company and the day-to-day operations came first, and and they were fine with that because that's what they wanted to document. They wanted to document all of the all the challenges that we go through literally on a daily basis here. Just trying to survive as a company. Wouldn't you agree,
And
Doug?
they sure got quite a bit to document. And the key word there is document, like a docu-series. So everything was captured, was raw and real. Like Al said earlier, nobody is there's no script. Everybody's just being who they are.
Yeah. Nobody's playing a character. Nobody's being nobody told you, oh, you need to do this or act this way. They came in and you got busy and you ended up forgetting about the fact that the cameras and the crew were even there most of the time.
Yeah, and that took just a little bit of getting used to for me at the very beginning, but it's like you bump into them. Oh, sorry, and then you go on with the task that was at hand, and it's putting on a wrestling show.
So it's kind of seems to me like apologies, Mark here, but it's very much coming across as like an underdog story. Where,
Like
you guys you've got this lineage, you've got this history in OVW, and yeah, it's like I said on the trailer, it sort of stems like this is the summer of OVW. Thinking about going on tour and stuff like that. But I'm thinking of you guys as like underdogs coming into this, and I'm obviously everybody's going to be hoping for that happy ending.
yeah, we're like Cash
Definitely
says
the
on the
underdogs.
trailer. Yeah, like Cash says on the trailer, we're the little engine that could. You know what I mean? We just we take what we got and we make the most of it every time.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, obviously, there's a line in there as well where you refer to yourself as Kermit, and everybody else wouldn't know you like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
show. I'm sure that was meant obviously with a lot of love and in the best possible way.
Oh yeah, I mean, but when you watch it, you'll see I just run around backstage, screaming all the time, and you get these people running around here. You got Rolf the dog and Gonzo, and they're
But
all
I always thought
all the
of
characters here.
I thought of Al as being one of those old men that sat up in the cheap up in the expensive seats.
Yeah, Waldorf and Statler.
That's me sitting next to him.
So, Doug, well, I mean, obviously, what's your day-to-day role in OVW? If you like, just in case people haven't looked into it too much and don't know. Obviously, on the trailer, it focuses like we know what Al's doing based on the trailer. But yeah, what's your sort of grind?
Well, I'm the head trainer. I'm the head trainer here. Al asked me if I'd like to take over the role as head trainer at OVW, and I was more than glad to do it. Being that this is where I started. I was here at the very beginning of the company, and I help Al with day-to-day duties if he needs me to. And then we, as far as producing a show, writing a show, more of a road agent. When Al can't make it with me on there, I go and I make sure the house shows or the live events run smoothly and take care of everything and make sure everything gets home in one piece and everybody gets home in one piece. So just anything that Al needs me to do to help keep the show afloat, that's kind of what I do for OVW.
Nice. So no small feat then, really. You're a man of many trades and talents.
Yes, he is. That is for
Talents.
Sure.
Nobody's ever said talent and my name's never been in the same sentence before.
There you go.
He's being modest, but I rely very heavily on him. That's for sure.
Obviously, the trailer shows the different talent you guys have got working there. So I noticed Mr. Spectacular. Anybody who was a TNA fan back in the day will recognise him, and there's a few other faces. These guys going forward, are they sort of? I don't know how to put it in the sense of. Are they looking to use this? Obviously, everybody wants to get ahead. I would presume, as much as everybody loves OVW, this is a great platform for them as well. As we mentioned earlier, it's just good exposure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it not just for OVW and but for the talent themselves. This is going to be a great boost for them. It's going to give them a lot of exposure and a lot of relevancy far and beyond what just the platform of OVW itself will be able to give them. And I'm genuinely hoping that maybe it will be able to be parlayed into opportunities on a bigger platform for them. We'll just have to wait and see.
I mean, are you guys Oh, sorry, Doug. Sorry, Doug.
But to add to the point of the platform, you know, even before the Netflix and BBC came along, Al had already had, you know, the Fight TV network set up, you know, and local channels. So they already had a pretty big platform. This right here just kind of helps elevate a little bit more. He's always working. He's always working.
Are you guys still working, operating as a school then? Do you take on new classes, new recruits, sort of
Yes.
on a regular basis?
Yeah, we still operate the training facility, the OVW Academy. Go to ovwacademy.com if they want more information. We're the only wrestling school in the world, literally in the world, that is actually accredited by the State Office of Proprietary Education as a trade school for professional wrestling, sports entertainment, and broadcasting. So when a student attends, they not only get trained as far as in-ring skills, which they get trained by guys like Doug, you know, Basham, who, you know, has an impeccable pedigree and experience to do it. You know, they also get taught, you know, lighting, sound, camera operation, financial planning, you know, social media management, editing, producing. They get taught all of those backstage skills as well, so that one, it helps better them as performers because they better understand what it is they need to do for the show, because they're backstage seeing it from the other side. And then, you know, and then as a result, it also gives them skills that, you know, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when their in-ring career is going to come to end, whether it be through injury or attrition or whatever that might be. And, you know, once that in-ring career ends, they'll now have skills that allow them to still be an asset to the wrestling business. So, you know, we try to really, truly, properly educate all the trainees as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's just great advertising for the school itself.
Yes.
You'll get an influx of, you know, potential trainees.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's going to be you know, it'll be a great boon for OVW in a lot of different manners. And again, it'll be, you know, a great, you know, way to, you know, give the talent themselves an immense amount of exposure worldwide. So, you know, just hoping that, you know, we can, you know, take this huge once in a lifetime opportunity and translate it into, you know, creating even more opportunities for OVW and for everyone else.
Definitely. And more students means more work for you, Doug, I believe.
Never-ending work. Yes, that's all I need in my life is more work. But hey, I tell you what, I'm enjoying it. I really do enjoy it, and I enjoy teaching and giving back to wrestling what wrestling's given to me. So, come one, come all. Anybody wants to come over, you're going to get excellent training from myself, and not only that, but you're going to get training from Al Snow as well, because it's the Al Snow Wrestling Academy. It is his company. I'm just here to help.
Gentlemen, I was going to briefly mention that because I know you've got an academy over here, well, in the West Midlands.
Yes, up in the Midlands with Luke Doughton, and yeah, they still have that in operation there, and you know, I'm very proud of Luke and all that he's doing, and you know, and you know, I know Terry Thatcher outside of England, you know, outside of London and Surrey. I I think that academy as well is still in operation. You know, and they're great guys, and you know, I wouldn't associate with them if I didn't fully and completely trust them.
Definitely, yeah. Well, I think you don't want to besmirch your name and your reputation.
Yes.
You know, you've been in the business for 40 years. You don't want to tarnish that in any way, shape, or form. That speaks
No,
for
not at all. No. Hey, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to hop off. I've got to go to a meeting. So, I really appreciate all the time and the opportunity to promote the show. So, you know, yeah, I hope everybody on, it premieres on September 13th, and I hope everybody checks it out.
So that was the interview with Al Snow and Doug Basham. Thank you, gentlemen. I genuinely had a blast doing that, talking to you. And yeah, go hit like, hit subscribe, share. I want as many eyes on the prize for this episode. These guys have trusted me to obviously talk to them. They gave me their time to help promote the series. I want to do everything that I can do. So if you watch this, and please watch the Netflix series. As I said prior to the interview, it looks awesome. Enjoy it. So help me do my part and just promote the series. Tell your mates about it if they haven't known about it already. As Doug says, it looks like it's going to be something even non-wrestling fans can enjoy, watch. Just the storytelling, the drama, the issues these guys have gone through over that summer. Yeah, enjoy. But most of all, thank you for watching this. And as I said, hit like, subscribe, share, spread the word, and we will see you again very, very soon.